everybody doing today? I hope everybody is fabulous. So, please excuse my... I am not camera ready. I have not shaved. I have not done nothing to myself, boo-boo. I just said, you know what? The way I am right now is the way I'm just going to go on to camera right now. Besides, y'all are not here for me. You guys are here for the crafts, right? So, who cares how I look? Anywho, did I just crack my fingers right now? Oh my God, that is so rude. That is so rude, boo-boo. Excuse me, please. Apparently, when he doesn't shave, he also doesn't have manners. So, please excuse that. Anywho, cracking your fingers is bad for you guys. It causes arthritis. I've heard. I don't know if it's true. Anyway, this is not a medical channel. Why y'all trying to turn it into a MD channel? Shh. Anywho, we are making these cute little boxes. Now, if you guys ever give like stickles or like glossy accents or anything like that to any of your swappers, or you want to give them to one of your crafter friends, because I mean, you know, we all have a friend who's a crafter, and sometimes we like to give them little gifts like glossy accents, like I said, or stickles. This is a little box I designed. And I designed this little box right here. Well, this is a... Whoa! Stop throwing things at me, little crafty monsters. Oh my God. I know I'm late with this video, pero no get crazy with me, man. Okay, so, whoo! Anywho. These are the little bad boys we're making. So, I'm going to show you guys how to make two different styles. We're going to go ahead and make the style with the little window, and the one with the window, it's just a regular little box. So you don't have to do this for a stickles. You could do this for anything else that will fit into this box. You guys could go ahead and just use it as a gift. And then we're also going to do the one without the window. The reason why this one doesn't have a window is because this one is, we're going to design it all down. Watch out. He's a manufacturer now. So we're going to go ahead and design it like they do in the manufacturers of the, is he even saying that right? Mexico, did you pronounce it right? If I didn't pronounce it right, it's all right, guys. Just keep going. So, we're going to do it like in the warehouses, like in the machines, where they do this little thing right here where the stickles is like snug in there and it's not going to move. So we're going to make this little box right here. Now, the good thing about this, like honestly, seriously, because this is my creation and I really took my time, guys. I really did. I took my time to try to figure this one out on the size for the stickles and stuff like that. And then I started thinking to myself and I said, wait a minute. So you're doing two styles, right? You're doing the window one and you're doing the one that has the insert in the inside for the stickles. The one with the window, in order for the stickles not to move around, we added some little filler, okay? And that makes it to where it doesn't move around, because if you don't add that filler, it's going to be rattling a lot and it's kind of big. But then I started thinking about it and I started saying, this is cute because you could totally put a stickles in here and add whatever little things that you could add in the inside of the rest of this box, and that would be really cute too, right? Or you could actually discard this actual little mechanism that holds the stickles. You guys will know how to do that with this box. You could go ahead and discard that and just do a regular box with no window. I mean, there's 3 different styles, and I didn't even know I was doing that. Oh my God, Jesse, you're so amazing. Seriously. I didn't even know I was doing that. 3 different styles, guys. 3 different styles. There you go. Oh my God. My shirt is rubbing up my chubbiness. So, anywho, we're going to go ahead and make these little bad boys right now. I know you guys don't want to waste any more time. I know you guys want to get down and dirty because Jesse already took long uploading this video for today on Wednesday. So, let's get down and dirty, my little crafty monsters, and I will see you in a bit. Alrighty then, my little crafty monsters. So on this part, we are not going to speed this up because I really want you guys to get the gist about how to make these little boxes. So we're going to go ahead and make these little stickle boxes. This box right here without the window, it has that little compartment where it'll hold the stickles really snug so it's not going to be rattling for when the recipient receives this. Now this is kind of like, it gave me the idea one time on like this manufacturer. I don't remember what I purchased, but it had this little thing and I said, well, what if you make a box and you could make that? And then this box is not going to have it, but this one is going to have a window. Now, I know one of the tabs was missing, but Jesse effed it all up. Anyway, so continue. So go ahead and get your paper. Now, you're going to go ahead and pick whatever cardstock that you guys want to go ahead and pick. And you want to make sure that it's a heavyweight cardstock. In this case, it's Recollections, and this is 110 pounds. We are going to leave it at 8.5, and we're going to cut it at 9.5. Oh my God, Jesse can't talk. Sorry. So 8.5 by 9.5. And whoa, focus, boo-boo, focus. So once you go ahead and cut that, we're going to go ahead and need our scoreboard, and we're going to go ahead and score these little bad boys. Now, this is my little template right here. This is my little brain sheet, my blueprint. I call these my blueprints. So when I was designing this, because I designed this little box myself, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, how could you make it into two styles? How could you do it to where you could do it with the mechanism to hold the stickles, and then you could do it without the stickles, and I mean without the little mechanism that's hugging the stickles, so you could put whatever it is that you guys want to put in this little bad boy. So what I did was I figured out that on the landscape, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and score it at 1.5, and then we're going to score it at 3, and then we're going to score it again at 4.5, and then we're going to score it at 6, and then at 7, and then at 8, and then at 9. And this, guys, like, is going to give you that little mechanism that's going to hug your guys' stickles. Now, if you guys are not going to want to put that little mechanism that hugs the stickles, then you're most likely going to stop at 7 inches. And then you're going to cut off that excess on that. But we'll get into that later. And then right here, you're going to turn it once. And now portrait style, you're going to score it at 1/2 inch, at 2 inches, at 5 inches, at 6.5. And then you are done, Bobos. See, this little box is like super, super easy. Honestly. I mean, it's going to look complicated, and I'm not gonna lie to you, my little crafty monsters. It's going to look complicated, but I can assure you that once you make the first box, you guys are going to be set, and you guys are completely going to be super excited about making these over and over and over to give any other gift but stickles. But if you're going to give a stickles or a glossy accent, the small ones, you know, the little regular size ones, this box is perfect. So once you get these little bad boys scored, sorry, it has been a super long day today on this crazy Wednesday, guys. Let's see how long it takes for YouTube to upload this video. Anywho, we're gonna go ahead and get our scored cardstock, and I'm gonna start marking the areas where you are going to cut. And honestly, you guys, I know you cannot see the score lines. I know you can't, but once you guys see this, like seriously, once you guys look at this, you're going to know what I'm talking about. there is going to be an area, okay, where the score lines are at. Okay, so this right here is a half an inch right here. This is a half an inch score line going all the way across. So you know that half an inch across should be towards you, and then the 1 inch little score line should be to your right. So we're going to go ahead and mark off that one first tab, and then we're going to go ahead and mark off that next tab. Once you have this scored and this paper in front of you, you are going to know what I'm talking about, seriously. And then you're going to go ahead and mark off that one whole rectangle right there, boo-boo. Okay, and then what we are going to do is from that point, you're going to go ahead and cut off that rectangle from there. So you're going to notice that there's going to be a gap in between those two X's, and that's going to be your little mechanism that's going to hug around your guys' little stickles. Then you're going to just go ahead and X out these little tabs here. And these, okay, so I know that this really does not help that much, and you guys are probably looking at this and you're like, what is going on? So what I can do is I can go ahead and just upload this to my Facebook, and I'm gonna go ahead and just scan it and upload it, and you guys could visually look at my blueprint, and then you could make this yourself. So now right here, we're just going to go ahead and make tabs. Be very careful on to not to cut the areas where I did not mark an X at. Only cut the areas where I marked an X at. So right here, if you guys have this paper in front of you, you're going to know what score line I'm cutting. On this score line right here, you're going to go ahead and cut that. So we just created two tabs. Those two tabs, we're going to go ahead and cut them shorter. And then we're going to cut a small tab that is about half an inch. Then the next X, we're going to go ahead and cut all of those down the score line. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and cut that panel off completely. I know, you guys, it's not as complicated as you think. It's just because this is going to be your first time, trust me. When I first figured this out and did this, I was like, I effed it up, trust me, I really did. But, you know, I kept going. So then right here, you're just going to go ahead and cut tabs and then cut down the X part. Now you're going to go ahead and shorten those little tabs right there. Now, these are half tabs right here that I'm cutting off. You're going to see them when you guys have this paper in front of you. Go ahead and just like cut off the corners of those. It's just going to help close the box a little bit more. Now, those tabs you created, go ahead and cut off the little semi-triangle on those little bad boys. And just make sure that you know, don't cut too much, but cut enough to where it's going to make the box, you know, fit a little bit strong, a little bit more perfect. Then just cut off about half of that tab just to shorten them, because honestly, those tabs, you really don't need them. Those are just going to secure that one tab that's going to close the box. I know this is confusing to understand, guys, or maybe you do understand it, but if you don't understand it, trust me, little crafty monsters, just follow my directions. Cut those little bad boys in half, shorten them a little bit smaller, but make sure that you cut them in an angle so that they'll fit. Now, for this little mechanism, I just kind of visualize a little mermaid tail. And then just go to the very corner where that cardstock starts, and just go like a little fishtail. And the reason why we're doing that is because that mechanism right there that we just cut is going to be the one that's going to wrap around our stickles. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and work on the next one. This box right here, we're doing the exact same thing, but we are not going to have that little mechanism that is holding the stickles. This one's going to be the one that we're going to cut the little window on. And so we're not going to need that because we're going to stuff the little box with filler to hold the stickles from rattling back and forth. Or if you're going to use this for anything else, then it really depends on what you're putting in this box. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and play some music and we will see you in a bit. Alrighty then, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our Sizzix machine or any kind of die cutting machine. I'm going to use these little hanging die cuts that cut the little hanging part on any kind of packages. And I purchased these from Alina. And so we're going to go ahead and run that. There's a lot of paper punches. If you guys don't have a paper punch, you could just use you can use whatever it is that you guys have, honestly. But this one's, we purchased some from Alina's. And then right here on this one, we're going to go ahead and cut out the little window part. Now, you could use any little rectangle that would fit right here. In this case, I have these little rectangles that I have from my stash. And they're not a perfect cut. They have like this little jagged edge kind of effect, and which I thought was cute because it's going to be flowers, and flowers are not perfect. So, you know, went with the theme. We're going to go ahead and use some double-sided tape. I used some 1/4-inch tape and then some 1/2-inch tape to go ahead and prepare that for my little acetate or whatever it is you guys are using. Remember, if you guys don't have acetate, go ahead and go to your Michaels and get some of that shrink-a-dink. That works just as good. And so just cut that down to 1 1/4 by 2 3/4, and that's enough to go ahead and cover your window. Now we're gonna go ahead and stamp these little bad boys. I just use this little floral kind of design that I purchased from Michaels, years ago. I don't even know what it's called, honestly, to tell you the truth. And I don't even know how long I have had this, because I'm going to be honest with you guys. My daughter Delilah is 22 years old. Yes, guys, 22 years old. And I had this stamp to do her 10th birthday. So that'll tell you how long I've had this little stamp set. Anywho, so I'm sure you guys will find any kind of other design that you guys could use to go ahead and just stamp any kind of images here and there, just to make your own little DSP paper. This box is pretty small. You can cover it with DSP paper if you guys want to take the time to measure out the DSP paper. In this case, honestly, I just felt that stamping it with some really cute little designs is going to be enough to make the box stand out, plus whatever little embellishments we put in the front of the box. So honestly, you could go whatever route you guys want. This is the route I went. Now, because these are the flaps that show in the front, I went ahead and put those together and just stamped them so they could get a little something, something. You know what I'm saying, boo-boo? Ay, Jesse, estás loco. Anywho, right here is the part where we're going to go ahead and attach our little acetate to our box. And this is going to be the little window. How cute is this, right? 3 different styles of this box. Seriously, Jesse, Boo-boo, you are on fire. Okay, so the next one's gonna be awesome too, guys. Stay tuned. Anywho, so this one right here, what we are going to do now is we're gonna go ahead and glue that little tab, that hanging tab. We're gonna glue that down. And so that could go ahead and glue before we put this little box together. Start folding all of your little score lines. See this little box? You want to make sure that that's kind of like a perfect little box. Make sure you eyeball that and you make that really as straight as possible. That panel, you're going to go ahead and put some glue on that, and you're going to glue the next panel from that other end of that box down. That's going to just close it all together. I like to glue the little tab in the bottom. The reason why I like doing that is so that nothing falls out. You will have to cut a little gash in between, and that's going to be because
you know, you have that little mechanism in the inside that is holding your stickles. So go ahead and either not glue that part or cut your little tab. For this one, we're just gonna go ahead and do a straight glue. I mean, this is super easy. Like I said, this one is the easiest of all. The other one is pretty good too, but I mean, like, come on, seriously. Manufactured kind of like little box. I mean, who wouldn't be impressed, right? So now it is time to decorate these little bad boys. I'm gonna go ahead and use these flowers. These flowers, I got them from a swap. And these little sentiment stickers, I purchased these on AliExpress. I know a lot of you are like really bad about AliExpress, but you know what? I don't care. I got these from AliExpress. So go ahead and pick whatever little sentiments you want. This is a little flower paper punch. I'm just gonna cut these out of whatever little DSP paper I have that would kind of go with this little theme. Now I'm using cream colors, natural colors, blues, and like all that stuff. Supposedly Jesse's acting like he knows what he's talking about. Apparently I really don't, because first of all, Jesse is colorblind, so yeah. Anyway, seriously, don't get into that. Don't get into that. So now I'm going through my little scrap papers. I'm going to go ahead and put my little sticker onto this little new pearlized little shimmer paper from Recollections. Love this paper. So I'm going to cut out the little shape of the heart, and that's just to give it a little borderline of that shimmer. Now, if you don't cut it really straight, just get your little nail and kind of like, I don't know, shave off some of that part. It really works, trust me. I'm using some hot glue to attach the little heart and the flower together. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just add some of these little flowers that I've been paper punching out of my little paper punch flower. And right here, I'm just doing some little more of that shimmer white paper, because I think that little shimmer paper is amazing, seriously, to tell you the truth. I mean, like I said, Recollections just came out with that this year, and it is amazing, seriously. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put those little bad boys down with some glue. Don't worry about the center part. The center part, we're gonna take care of that a little bit later, my little crafty monsters. Whew, he is talking too much. Jesse, catch your breath. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and hot glue these little bad boys on here, and we are going to use some of these little stickers. Ay, Dios mío, help me. So now we are gonna go ahead and just pick a little sentiment from these stickers from Tim Holtz, and we're gonna go ahead and put that little bad boy on the little hanging tab. That wasn't from Tim Holtz, Jesse, don't lie. This one is from Tim Holtz. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this on this little, whatever color, little glitter paper it is. I don't know what color it is, but you know what? It has glitter, and it's giving it like a little shimmer and a little accent, and that's all we need to know. And we're just gonna go ahead and put that little bad boy right there in the center. And that's just to give it some little, you know, a little candy for the eye, boo-boo. And then we're gonna go ahead and just put those little gold leaves down. And when you put this down on that acetate, make sure that your hot glue is kind of cooled off a little bit, because you don't want to melt that acetate. You don't want to go through all this work, little crafty monsters, just to melt that acetate in the middle, boo-boo. So go ahead and make sure you kind of cool it off a little bit. And then just add whatever little flowers you want to add around it. And that's just to kind of finish it off, so you don't see any rough edges, like where that label meets the flowers and all that good stuff. And then on the very top, I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm not going to get crazy, seriously, to tell you the truth. I'm just going to add some few little flowers, And then in the center of the flowers is where I'm going to make those flowers pop. And that's all we're going to do, honestly, to tell you the truth. So now, boo-boos, we're going to go ahead and add the little center of each flower. We're going to add some pearls, some little flat back pearls. And we're going to go ahead and add some little bling bling. And the bling bling is just to make it bling bling, boo-boo. Shoot. Everybody needs a little bling for reals. So now that this little bad boy is done, how cute is this one, right? Move on to the next, boo-boo. And now we're going to go ahead and add our little stickles. Now the stickles, the reason why I feel this is a great gift is because you could purchase a 3-pack from Joann's or from Michael's or from Hobby Lobby's and use your coupon, and it's even cheaper than, it's under, seriously under like $5, and you could give 3 gifts out of $5.
Welcome back, my little crafty monsters. Yeah. Okay, that's enough. Anyway, that's how easy it was to make these little bad boys right here. Super cute and super easy. I mean, like, seriously. Oh my God, Jesse, you are coming up with some really cute creations. I know. You know, if I was able to do that, like, double, that editing where you could do a double, I would totally do that. Boo-boo. I'd be having a conversation with myself right now. I'd be like, what, crafty monsters? It's all about me and you, boo-boo. Anywho, that's how easy it was to make these little bad boys. I hope that inspires you guys to go ahead and try to make these, because I know a lot of you guys are probably giving out little glossy accents and little stickles to your swappers or to your like crafting friends. And this is a way to go ahead and package that little bad boy and give it to them. I mean, super duper cute, my friend. Super cute. I know. So that's it for now, my little crafty monsters. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that little icon. It's a picture of moi. And we become BFFs. BFFFs. Because BFFs is good, but BFFs is better. And you definitely want to go ahead and hit that little icon of my face. And also, since you're already there, I mean, you might as well just hit the icon for the bell, because the bell is going to be the one that's going to tell you when I upload a video, so you guys don't get behind on the videos, guys. I mean, you guys definitely don't want to be behind. Who wants to be behind? No, but we want to be in the front of the line. That's where we always want to be, right? Right, my little crafty monsters. So also go ahead and share and tell a friend, because your friends also need to know how fabulous these tutorials are. He's already getting tongue twisted. He should end the video. He really should. Until next time, my little crafty monsters. Goodbye.